Let's get the party rolling. Hey, what's up, everybody? We're back. Cowboys huddle. Foots, what's up?
Yo, Joe.
What's happening in the world of Cowboys Nation?
Cowboys Nation, Joe Rod, Cowboys blog. I was watching I watched your game recap, man, and just impressed with what you do, bro. You keep me on my grind. You help me out a lot, man. And what better than to talk on this? What is this? A Victory Tuesday?
Victory
Joe?
Tuesday. There we go.
And hey, Joe, this is why we can't take too much credit, Joe Rob, because we haven't done a huddle in 2-3 weeks maybe. But me and you texted during the week, and I said, Joe, Dallas will win this game. I like things about the matchup, this, that, and the third, and all the pundits and every other place. No, Dallas can't stop Tyreek Hill. But we'll get to that. But yeah, Joe, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Life is good. Cowboys are 5-3. Offense is looking explosive, man. What is it? 4 games of 28 points or more? That's amazing. Production.
Yeah. Yes.
That's something special, man.
Yes.
We're rocking and rolling, man. I think we're hitting our stride.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
Man, so let's just hit real quick here on the Kansas City game, man. What popped off the screen for you?
Joe, just a really sharp team, especially defensively. I just broke down a video, and I'm gonna upload that when I get off this Skype call, about just how clean and how everybody's throwing each other assists. So, X Woods, it was a sequence. I think it was with 6:35 left in the game. Kansas City was basically on their last leg, and we're just tackling, Joe. Something as simple as making good tackles. Something as simple as soon as ball gets to said player, whether it was Sarkandrick West or Travis Kelce, make a tackle. Sean Lee there in coverage. Wasn't like a bunch of splash plays, but it was like just make your tackle, just be assignment sound. So we were very assignment sound, Joe, and I loved it. Yeah. What about you?
Man, I had confidence, and yeah, man, I remember you were like, yeah, we're gonna beat him, and I was like, yeah, got a good feeling, man, just like you did. And it was just like, it's not like we hadn't played Andy Reid. I mean, there's a lot of familiarity there.
That's a good point you made, Joe.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. How much we have played that guy.
Yeah.
And you know what? Andy Reid's a good coach. I like Andy Reid.
He is a good coach.
But he's a good coach. He's a solid dude. Like, he's not a douchebag. Like,
yeah.
I kind of feel like Doug Peterson thinks he's a know-it-all. Like,
he's just goofy.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
But yeah, man, I mean, the defense is coming up, man. David Irving, I think, has been just a big impact on the defense. Sean Lee coming back too. I think those guys open up opportunities for the other guys. Tyron Crawford, even he's getting in the mix now, and Taco had his first sack. I mean, it was just a solid game. We really needed it, and they came through, man.
That's a fact, Joe. Taco gets a sack. The play of Xavier Woods is special. He's making big solo tackles. It won't be too long before he gets a pick. Jordan Lewis just on an island. I was always told if you don't hear a corner's name, he did his job.
That's right.
So that's cool. And Byron had a rough go of it, and I know Byron is not your favorite player, but at the same time, I'll say this. He had that rough 30-minute span, right? Yeah. After that, you didn't hear a word. You didn't hear a peep. You didn't, and so respect to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. For me, it's like you gotta recognize the good with the bad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, some of these plays, man, I was just like, I hope this is not another Ryan Switzer thing where it's like the momentum shift and this kind of crap. But the Cowboys, mentally tough. They came through and they answered back, man, with fury. So props to the team, man. I mean, they're still one of the youngest teams in the league, and balling out, man. 3 in a row.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Joe. That's a fact, Joe, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Terrence Williams, man, had a big game. You know, sometimes we bag on
I've been hard.
him, but man, he had a breakout game.
I've been very hard on Terrence. I thought Dez played well too before his injury. I've been very hard on Terrence, and Terrence played well. Run after the catch was good. I couldn't really know. I would have to go back and see it if he body caught the ball, but regardless, his route running was crisp. Dak found him, and you know that's kind of like the beauty of Dak. So Dak and Dez aren't quite like on the elite level of like them being their togetherness as like a Tony and Dez, but Dak is like a, you know, Tony is like it too. He's a really good point guard. He gets everybody involved. If you're open, you'll get the ball. And he's crisp. He's going to protect the ball. You got Dak at 250, 25 to 30 attempts. Zeke has 25 attempts. Show me how we lose. Show me where we'll lose.
Yeah.
So, I think that's our formula, and I think it's great. And I think everybody wants to call him Dak and Dunk or a game manager. He's way more than a game manager. He's an elite quarterback to me.
No, he definitely is. Doesn't turn the ball over, man. He's just really smart with the ball, and that is huge, man. You can't.
That's a great trait, right?
Yeah,
right,
big time.
Right.
But yeah, so good things here in the Kansas City game. Let's talk a little bit of the midseason here. You know, we're 8 games in.
Yep.
Let's talk about, like, you know, who's really standing out. Let's talk about some vets and some rookies. So 8 games in, who would you say is your offensive MVP, Foots?
Wow. Good one, Joe. You got me there. Who's my offensive MVP, Joe? Man, I would have to say, if I had to make a choice right now, it's hard not to say Ezekiel Elliott, man. Even with, can you hear me, Joe?
Yeah, I got you.
Even with, you know, everything that's gone on and this, that, and the third, man, Ezekiel Elliott is special, dude. He's special, man. He's so intelligent. His running style, you know, right before the suspension and that crap irritated me last week, Joe, I was really about to do this, like, really cool video on Zeke.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then it was like, well, whatever. But just like his running style has gotten so much better. It's really, really cool, Joe. It's really cool. So, I would say Zeke, man. I really would.
Yeah. Zeke.
Yeah.
It's a good choice, man. For me, I'm going with Dak. I just think that he's
right. Like either or, right?
I think it's 1A, 1B. Flip a coin, but man, Dak, I think has just shown that, you know, a lot of these guys, especially these talking heads and pundits, want to, you know, say, are they going to have a sophomore slump? Dak has showed up. He's not. He's just accurate as ever, man. His QBR is just through the roof. I mean, Dak all the way, baby.
Dak is so intelligent. He's so football savvy, and it's only going to get better.
I know, and that's scary. It's great for us.
It's great for us.
What about defense, man? Let's go to the other side of the ball. Your defensive MVP through 8 games. Who you have?
Everybody would love to say DeMarcus Lawrence, and I think he has the best numbers, but by far Sean Lee, man. And I think if I had to choose who I would want to be without, it would be DeMarcus Lawrence. Like, I would say, and I love both of them because, you know, you think about DeMarcus Lawrence, drafted out of Boise State, didn't really hit it till this year, but Dallas never gave up on him, had a bunch of injuries, and now he's came on very, very strong. But, man, Sean Lee is just amazing. I mean, he's amazing, Joe. He is amazing. If you're into football and if you're into just seeing a guy really just like somebody said, he's just like, he's in your playbook. Not the fastest, not the biggest, not the hardest hitter, but he's there. He's just like in your hip pocket. Can't shake him. I love Sean Lee, so that's mine. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, man, we're in total agreement on this. Sean Lee's my defensive MVP, and a lot of what you're saying, man, it's just like, you know, he's the brain of that defense, the heart and soul. this team just plays different when he's not in there. I mean, it's just, yeah, we talked about that. You know, it's they gotta find another guy here because when Sean Lee's out, I mean, the air just comes out of the defense. So, I mean, tackling machine. He's just Mr. Football, man. Mr. Football, all the way from Penn State to Cowboys. I mean, he is an all-pro guy, dude. I mean, definitely MVP defensively for sure.
Oh my God, it's amazing. It really is. And then I even like how now Jalen Smith can be used in spot duty because I've been kind of tough on Jalen.
Yeah.
And now he's growing into his role. So, I mean, it's just exciting. It's very exciting, Joe. It's very exciting.
Yeah, and we had talked about that too. It's like, you know, sometimes less is more. And with Jalen, he's still recovering, right? So, yeah, so they're back on the plan with him. Less snaps, but when he's in there, he is making some plays now. So, that's good, man. That's going good for him. Let's take a look at our rookie class. Who would you say is the best rookie from our 2017 rookie class?
Man, flip a coin between Jordan Lewis and X Woods. Both are getting a lot of playing time. Both have been, you know, called upon in our secondary, and they're stepping up. Everybody in the offseason, including myself, be thinking Ryan Switzer is going to be that guy. He's going to be used more, and he's starting to get some bump, a catch here or there, looking better on punt returns. But it's probably between those two. I mean, if I say Woods, you say Jordan Lewis, whatever, you know. So
potato.
Yeah, right. I'll take X Woods, Joe, for me.
Yeah, I'm going Jordan Lewis. I just think you know, he kind of had a really rocky start here with training camp, missed a lot of time, but man, it's almost like when he got in there, it was afterburners. They were full throttle, man. He was ready to go. Looks like he didn't miss a beat. I mean,
yeah, man.
He's looking good. He's a difference maker, bringing youth to the secondary. We really needed that. You know, the revamping of the secondary. I mean, he looks like one of the stars, up and coming star. So
100%,
100%. Tackles, yeah, sound tackling. I like him a lot, man. As far as the other rookies, who is the most disappointing rookie so far for you from this draft class?
Most disappointing, well, Cheeto, just because I don't know if he has what it takes to be a pro as far as health-wise. You know, one of my biggest things, and I tell Skins fans this all the time, like even when you're thinking about Josh Doxson. He came into the league hurt, so you get behind the learning curve. And that's just like in school, when you got to play catch-up, it's so hard. Like, you can't simulate pro games. Even Ezekiel Elliott had a rough start to his career, slow game. So I feel like Cheeto looks the part. They're saying all the right things, but when is he gonna play? And then, you know, even Switzer, everybody's gonna say Taco. I'm not giving up on Taco, so screw that. If you guys want to give up on Taco, be my guest. I like to see that he's in the game, he's rushing, he got a sack. It'll come. It'll click with Taco. Trust me. He wasn't a sack guy in school. He wasn't like a burner off the edge. But he was just a well-rounded player. And so when it comes for Taco, people will be surprised. Trust me. So I'm not going to take that he's the most disappointing. Everybody wants to compare him to TJ Watt. Just give him a chance. Let it grow. If that was the case, we would have gave up on DeMarcus Lawrence and we wouldn't be, seeing what we see. So
exactly.
Give me Cheeto, Joe.
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. Give me Cheeto for 1,000. Yeah, man, it's just hasn't been on the field. You know, that's really disappointing. Second round player. You know, had a lot of hype coming in too, man. Second round player. You know, giving him looks at safety, the versatility, that kind of thing, and you know, those hamstrings, those pesky hamstrings. So hopefully he'll turn it around here. And like you said, you know, with a lot of these players, it's some of it's patience, obviously, with the rookies. I mean, they got at least 3 years. Year 3, you want to see something, right? So yeah, I'm with you on that on Taco, man. I mean, defensive ends in the 4-3, 2 to 5 is that average. So I mean, he already has one. 8 more games, I think he's going to fall within that range, that's the average. So, but Cheeto, man, gotta get him on the field. Gotta get some production out of him for sure. Supposedly he's going to be practicing this week finally, and maybe he'll get some games under him here now finally.
Dude, he's missing out.
Too much.
I mean,
yeah,
he's missing out, Joe.
Yeah, those guys are feasting on defense right now, man, and he's missing out on opportunities to, elevate.
Well, I mean, think about it like this, Joe.
Yeah.
The reps that Jordan Lewis got against the Broncos, where they look like a totally different team, and that's another thing. Teams basically play their Super Bowl against Dallas, but whatever.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
Right. Trevor Siemian looked like John Elway. Now John Elway doesn't want him. Go figure.
That's hilarious, dude.
It's hilarious. And so the reps that he got against Denver were valuable. Got burnt, had a pick, fought back. That's what, and Jason, I've been critical of Jason. Sometimes he just stands there. He looks kind of goofy, just like he looks like he's watching the game like me and you. But I will say this about this team. This team is resilient. This team knows how to block the noise out. And you see it. You see it with the young players, Jordan Lewis and, guys, even Heath. Heath's a punching bag, man. Guy gets a pick on Alex Smith. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Heath gets destroyed by the media, I'm sure. Blocks it out. So, I mean, you got to give Jason some credit for that. And, yeah, it's going to be interesting going forward, Joe.
No doubt. No doubt. And, so let's talk about that moving forward. These next 2 games, let's just talk about these next 2 games, how critical they are to the Cowboys' season and playoff aspirations. All right, so we got 2 back-to-back away games. What's your thoughts?
Love Dallas on the road.
Yeah.
I love Dallas on the road, Joe. So, in Atlanta, that place will be rocking, fast track. With or without Zeke, I think we can run the ball because the fact is Atlanta's small. They have team speed, but they're small.
Yeah.
And then obviously the big thumper will be the Philly game. So I'm gonna get into Atlanta's film and what they do well. They just had a loss against Carolina, who I don't think is a great team. So we'll see, Joe. I mean, I think that we're hot. I think that Dallas has a mentality like we're gonna stop us. You know what I mean? We're gonna score. We're averaging 30 a game.
Yeah. Up
there. So stop Dallas. Stop us.
Show us that you can stop our run and our mammoth offensive line. Show us, right? Exactly.
It's a fact.
Yes.
It's a fact.
That's
a fact.
Those are some big boys up there, man. They built that offensive line, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. When they're clicking, they're monsters.
I love it, Joe. We're the monsters.
Yeah. Yeah, man. At Atlanta, that's a good one. At Philly too. We got to go up there and backhand those guys.
Everybody's on Wentz, blah blah blah.
Everybody, yes.
Wentz is playing good. I also don't think they're playing teams to challenge them. They lost to Kansas City. It's different when you minimize a team's possessions. I also don't think that. I mean, LeGarrette Blount, J.J. Whoopie-doo.
Yeah.
Give me John Lee for 1,000. Give me Jalen. That'll be a game where I think that Jalen will be thumping. And Anthony Hitchens, I think that's a great matchup for Anthony Hitchens. Thumper against thumper. Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah,
I mean, I think we struggle with scat quick backs.
Yeah, those screens, They don't have that.
Yeah, I mean, okay. LeGarrette Blount, I think he's a good goal line threat, but I don't see him. If you don't let him get going, I'm not scared of that dude.
Yeah.
And then that brings us to, now this is the second coming of, again, Joe Montana with Carson Wentz. I'm just like, all right, well, let's see it, Let's see it. It doesn't bother me, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Foots. I mean, I don't have a fear. I feel a lot better than I did. Whenever we got taken to the woodshed with the Broncos. Kind of.
You needed it. You needed a gut check.
Yeah.
In sports, you need that crap.
Yeah, we needed that. That was a wake-up call. I think that, man, as bad as that game was, it really woke up a lot of those guys, man. The whole team.
The whole team.
Yeah.
Whole team.
But, man, good conversation as usual, Foots. You got anything else? You got anything else on your mind, or what?
Oh no, man. Just checking out all your videos. I think, Joe, this week I'm a little bit more free. So if you want to do Friday like a prediction, and I have more thoughts on Atlanta for you. We can do one more, because I know the fans have been like sticking in there with us. Like, I know we have like our core group of people who like grown with us, and that crap means so much to me and you both.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was thinking I'm gonna watch Atlanta's game, read some things, and get an opinion on them. I don't want to just talk. I mean, I know they have weapons. Obviously, Julio, the big one, but he's kind of having a down year. And I don't think they're running the ball well, so I'm probably guessing they're having trouble up front. So I'll read into it, see what's going on. And we'll see, like, go into that place, and we'll be ready to roll.
We are going to be ready. We are going to be ready to roll. That sounds good, Foots. But yeah, man, we really appreciate all you guys coming back here. I know a lot of you guys have been hitting us up. When is the next huddle? But here it is for you guys, and it's a good one, I think.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you, Foots. I appreciate you coming on here and giving your insight. Knocked it out of the park as usual, brother.
Nah, thank you, Joe, man. I appreciate you having me, and let's do it again soon, man. You guys check out my page. I'm actually gonna do a film breakdown on our defense. Just some of my thoughts and if we're an elite defense or not. So you guys come drop a comment on that. And check out all of Joe's stuff, man. This guy's a killer. He's giving us all the deep dives. I watch your video on the Deion and Tony, and let me give my quick opinion. Deion's such a baby. He's so dramatic. Tony, like, when I watched the podcast, when I watched it live, I literally thought nothing of it.
Yeah.
Deion's so sensitive.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's what I thought, man. But the comments in that video I posted they were all over the place, man. It was one of those what do you call it? One of those polarizing topics, man. Like, hey, Deion's got the rings, Romo didn't get the rings, and this and that. But my original question was, who's more of the real cowboy? You know what I mean?
Tony.
Right.
Tony.
And that's the truth.
Dude, Deion was so selfish, and people can give Tony a bad rap. Tony was about his team. Deion's still selfish. I mean, that's cool. Like, all right, Deion, I get you want to drag Tony through the mud, but I don't think that, like, you could tell even in the way Tony was saying it, it wasn't like some planned thing. Let me talk about Deion for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's a known fact. It's like a thing. It's like.
It is. A business. What was it? You have to make a business decision that came from Deion. So, I mean.
Right. Right. So why you spent a whole segment, 2 minutes talking about Tony with stuff? Okay, yeah, Tony didn't win the big game, but you know what? Like I tell everybody, it was a time when it was like 20 teams who, if Tony would have hit free agency, they would have bent over backwards to have Tony Romo as their quarterback. Yeah. So don't tell me that, Tony, you did nothing and this, that, and the third. His circumstances didn't allow him to win a ring. We sucked. Our defense stunk.
Yeah.
So we weren't built right. That was when Jerry Jones was making decisions or whatever. I mean, you know how it was.
That's exactly what it was. The personnel decisions, they just weren't there, man. GMing, scouting.
Dude, Tony was throwing 40 plus a game, Joe. I went back and looked at some of those game logs. He was throwing like 50 a game, dog. Like, get out of here, Deion. You had to do one thing. Tony had a whole team on his back. Deion came into a great situation over here. You know what I mean, Joe? Yeah. So, like, this dude, I mean, like, I don't want to be that apologist for Tony, but, I mean, dog, And then I heard something that was really good. I was listening to something like, Deion is so spiritual, this, that, and the third. But it's like, dude, you had an opportunity.
Right.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it just seems
like,
so fake now. It's like, oh man.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, Deion, well, you're clearly all about self. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, Joe. So y'all get in the comments and talk about that.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, definitely notice. Let us know who your offensive MVP, defensive MVP, rookie, who's disappointing, and if you want to put in some more Romo comments here as well, all you guys put them in the comments, and we'll have conversation with all you guys. Facts,
man. Hey, love all y'all out there, man. Even you, Deion, if you're watching this video.
That's true. But yeah, that's it, guys. We appreciate all you guys coming out here watching us, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.
Peace.